Are you living in the most boring city in America?
Welcome to Good Mythical More. We're going to be looking at American cities. We're going to be ranking them in order of most boring to least boring. We're basing this on some article that was written.
Finance Buzz.
Finance Buzz, our favorite magazine that says Buzz in it.
They analyzed 75 of the biggest cities in America on factors such as culinary scene, access to outdoor adventures, nightlife, and recreational activities to generate an excitement score for each and determine the most boring cities in America. So these are all the most boring, but you have to find out which is the most.
Food, nightlife, activities. Let's consider Tallahassee, Florida. We've got some information on the back here.
Tell us.
Please don't forget about the manatees, the alligators, and the historic boat tours through Wakulla Springs State Park.
Yeah, oh, sounds enticing.
They have a railroad square.
You're not really selling this.
Well, they're all going to be boring.
Well, I'll also say we have one decoy city in there, so you have to figure out which is the decoy and is not even on this list.
Not even considered boring.
Exactly.
You can attend a Florida State football game.
There is a college.
They like to win.
There's a college there that's a party school. You're in Florida, so you take that as you will. But I think that there are alligators, like you were getting at, and manatees.
Florida's a loose cannon. You never know what's going to happen.
We've got good friends who grew up in Tallahassee, and
they left.
Often you talk with it in a derisive tone. Talk about it in a derisive tone.
A little bit. We got 11 of these, so we're going to kind of blast through them. Wichita, Kansas.
Wichita, Kansas?
You can attend the Wichita River Fest, a festival featuring local and national musicians. Wow, national musicians.
Everybody goes to Wichita.
Children's activities, athletic contests, water activities, cultural experiences, and festival food. Pretty generic sounding.
I think that culinary scene in Wichita and nightlife and access to cool recreational things, pretty low. Kansas, unless there's a tornado coming, it's not that exciting.
Whoa. They have a 40-foot tall steel statue where the big and little Arkansas rivers converge.
Yeah, they have to build the things that are interesting. It's so flat. So we're going to go
you can attend,
more boring.
Yep.
Wichita is more boring than Tallahassee.
You can attend the Wichita State Shockers basketball game.
Yeah, I don't want to.
All right, fine. That's more boring. Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Oh, it's not easy to get to, probably. But you can visit Falls Park. There's waterfalls there.
South Dakota's beautiful.
You can visit Security National Bank of Sioux Falls. A bank? Oh, it's where John Dillinger robbed the place in 1934.
Well, that'd be fun to go and experience the vibes.
You can indulge yourself at CH Patisserie, a baked pastry shop opened by Top Chef Just Desserts winner Chris Hammer.
Oh, Chris Hammer?
Hanmer.
I think
Hammer.
I would think that this is
more boring than Tallahassee.
More boring than Tallahassee, but not as boring as Wichita.
Yep.
Because you got water. I mean, you got waterfalls.
Yep, you got waterfalls. Memphis, Tennessee. Now, this is a destination.
Memphis is not boring.
I mean, you got Graceland, Civil Rights Museum. You've got barbecue out the wazoo.
Beale Street.
Beale Street. Oh my gosh.
You got a Bass Pro Shop that's shaped like a pyramid?
This might be.
I think now it's a church.
Yep. This might be a.
Really?
Yep.
I think so.
Because you got to do something with it now that it's not a Bass Pro Shop.
Well, I'm just surprised that it didn't survive as a Bass Pro Shop. But
Am I
it
wrong
will
or right
survive
about
as a church.
I feel
sure.
that you're pretty right about it.
Somebody looked that up.
Because we stayed in a hotel that overlooked it and people.
Well, no. Yes,
this is the decoy.
I think it's still open.
It's still a Bass Pro Shop?
Yeah.
I just think about Bass
and
Pro
a
Shops
church.
as a religious thing, I guess.
Yeah. This could be the decoy.
It could be the decoy.
We're going over
there. Oklahoma City. We've been there.
Which is in Oklahoma.
I was on a cross-country road trip with my son, Locke.
Okay.
And we stopped in many different places. And of all the places that we stopped, I will have to say that Oklahoma City seemed to be one of the less lively places of all the places that we stopped that were major cities.
Then why'd you stop?
Because it was the only place to stop on 40 in Oklahoma that seemed like a place to stop. And also, I looked up cool things to do in Oklahoma City, and there was this thing that said, go into the hallways, the underground hallways underneath the city, because it's kind of like the back rooms.
Oh.
And we did that, and it was literally just a series of hallways that were lit different colors, and there was basically nothing there.
Were you trespassing?
No, it was a system of hallways that connects office buildings and stuff. And I don't know why it's underground, maybe because it gets so hot. I don't know. But
Like
I gotta
fluorescent lighting?
but I think
Business lighting?
but they have an NBA basketball team.
The Thunder?
So you got to have a certain level of nightlife to support professional sports. And so I actually think it might be the least boring place on our list so far. It's a major city.
You can stroll along Bricktown Canal in Bricktown, where there's shopping, dining, drinking, and strolling.
Yeah, you can stroll.
Okay. There's also the NCAA Women's College World Series.
There are a lot of sports. It's a big city.
So we're going to put that forth, but we might. Okay, now we get to pick on Ohio. Columbus.
I quite enjoyed Columbus on the tour.
Ohio always treats
We
us so
we love Ohio.
Chase and I did kayaking in Columbus. Somebody was still sleeping when we were doing the kayaking.
Yeah.
Was I there?
Yeah,
We
we're
make
the ones
fun.
sleeping.
We make fun of Ohio. We do. But when you really think about it, they've got rivers, they've got giant Great Lakes, they've got a bunch of major cities.
Oh gosh, Rhett, they have a topiary park that fully recreates the scene depicted in George Stewart's famous painting, A Sunday Afternoon, on the island of La Grande Jatte.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that was a lot.
They have the Short North Arts District and Ohio State football.
So you've got, again, you got a college town, so you're going to have nightlife.
I think this is better than Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City? I don't think anyone's ever said Oklahoma City like that. Oklahoma City? Really? Okay, I'm willing to put it up there. Oh, is that fate?
It's fate saying that we shouldn't change it.
We shouldn't change it.
Yep, Oklahoma's fighting for its spot, and we're going to give it to you.
You're saying Oklahoma City's more boring.
More
boring than Columbus.
Okay.
Oh,
No, less boring.
That's
Switch
what
it.
I-
Switch it.
less
Switch
boring.
it.
You're
Switch
right.
it.
You're
Switch
right.
it.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah, Oklahoma City is what I meant when I said that.
Got it.
Yes. Okay, so fate didn't do anything to us. Phoenix, Arizona.
This could be a decoy. People will be moving to Phoenix. People will be moving to Phoenix.
Now, it's hot.
It's hot as hell.
Dine at Lam Wang.
They've got good food, though.
Sample the food of Chef Yotaka Martin, winner of the James Beard Award for the best chef in the whole Southwest.
They've got good food. You're in Arizona, and you've got close proximity to cool stuff.
Lots of
You've got
professional
sports.
Suns, Cardinals, Diamondbacks.
A lot of nightlife. This could be a decoy.
MLB,
Put it over there with Memphis.
Spring training.
Put it over there with Memphis.
Boise, Ohio.
Now, I've been told by somebody who lives in Boise that it is Boise.
Idaho.
I just been told that, but they like it Boise.
Boise.
Boise, I don't know.
Dine at West Side for the famous finger steaks. Ugh. Battered in deep fried steak strips. Tour the old Ohio Penitentiary.
Fun.
I like to tour
I like an old prison.
prisons. Built in 1870.
Okay, lots of history.
Visit Freak Alley Gallery, the largest open-air mural gallery in the Northwest. Open-air murals.
Okay.
Okay, and last thing I got is the Idaho Anne Frank Human Rights Memorial.
Idaho, I don't think we've got a lot of great culinary stuff happening in Boise.
We need to
but I
push-
think that it's got good nature.
The thing is, we've done everything in like order,
Not really.
except for these
Not really.
and these two. You can just
I do believe it's in the top 3.
move it above
Tallahassee.
Yep. That's what we're thinking. Boise.
Sorry, Boise.
We're back to Florida. Jacksonville, Florida.
The largest land area of any U.S. city.
Enjoy the large land area. Enjoy the nature and beaches of Little Talbot Island State Park.
There's beaches. It's on the beach. It can't be that bad.
Watch the Blessing of the Fleet Boat Parade in the spring. And attend a Jaguars football game.
So you got pro sports. I don't think you've got very good food, but you're on the beach. I think we're somewhere. I think Tallahassee and Jacksonville are going to be close together.
So we want to do this. So it's more boring than Ohio.
I think it's less boring than Tallahassee.
No. Tallahassee
doesn't have a pro sports
college
team.
They got a college.
They got FSU,
vibrant
though.
college.
Okay, we'll let it stand.
San Antonio, Texas is making an appearance.
And Charles Barkley has had some choice words about San Antonio.
You can visit and remember the Alamo. You can tour the National Bridge Caverns. Ooh, large underground attraction. We love that.
We love underground stuff.
San Antonio Spurs. Six Flags Fiesta, Texas amusement park.
Amusement park? That's fine.
Amusement park.
That's got to be somewhere in the middle. I don't think that San Antonio is a decoy.
No.
I think that San Antonio is
But
maybe
it's low.
I think it's. What do you think? Between Jacksonville and Columbus? Between Jackson, we want to split Florida with it?
I don't think it's that
It's
boring.
not that boring.
And I think Columbus, Ohio feels pretty boring.
Okay.
You're
San
so
Antonio-
far saying that Oklahoma City is the least boring out of all these cities. I'm just confirming.
Well, I mean, look at what we have to choose. Yeah.
Well, that's just I didn't
all right,
know.
so
I didn't know
San
how much you
Antonio-
loved Oklahoma
We
City.
have to come back to it.
Okay.
We have to come back to it because we got to come back to it.
We've got one more, then we'll shuffle them around if we have to. Corpus Christi. It's what I'm going to say when my wife dies.
But what does corpus mean? Oh, corpus.
Christy is her name.
Yeah.
Corpus is what she
But
is
she's
her,
not- she's
her
a-
body.
You know, that would be corpus, I tell you.
Corpses.
Corpses.
Corpses Christi. My wife is corpses.
Okay, all right.
I.e.
dark.
died.
That's dark, man. Okay. I don't know anything about it.
My
Tell me
wife
about
is
it.
going to be buried in Corpus Christi.
It's just so fitting. We had to do it.
We can visit the USS Lexington after her funeral.
It's on the Gulf.
A World War II aircraft
Right.
carrier turned into a museum. Over 80 miles of sandy beaches. Pay your respects at the grave of not only Christy, but Selena.
Oh, okay.
When the top three things to do is to go to Selena's grave,
We're pretty low, right? But I think Oklahoma City's more boring.
they got the Thunder, and they've got a Bricktown Canal.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
But the sandy beaches,
Sandy beaches, though.
sandy beaches. Corpus Christi, Texas, Oklahoma City.
I think Phoenix is the decoy.
I think Memphis is the decoy. Memphis is awesome. We've been to Memphis. There's a reason why we went there, because we wanted to go. I haven't been to Phoenix, even though I do
It's
want
home
to go.
of St. Jude.
Yep.
Okay, then we're going to say Memphis is the decoy.
Okay, you're locked in with your whole lineup.
Well, okay, so we're saying Wichita, Kansas is the most boring.
That seems weird, doesn't it?
No, it's Kansas, man. Just look at the skyline they chose.
South Dakota, then Idaho, Tallahassee. we're being kinda hard.
Boise is looking pretty nice in this picture. If I'm just looking at the picture, I'm thinking, oh, it's lots of trees.
Not really. In the foreground.
Oh, and there's mountains in the background that you can get to kind of easy. It's Idaho.
I don't think Tallahassee needs to be moved. I think that Columbus is more boring than both of the Florida cities.
Okay, I'm willing to do that.
So we need to move Florida cities here. And then we need to put Ohio up there. And then we've got Oklahoma Texas.
But Columbus, Ohio probably has better food. I bet you they have some good restaurants there. I don't know about that move we just made.
Well, let's celebrate Florida. Let's separate Florida.
Yeah, we're splitting Florida with Columbus. And now we are locked in.
Okay, let's start from 10, the least boring city. We have Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay.
Reasoning being there are just 1.7 concert venues available for every 100,000 people, which is the third lowest rate in the country. It also has the sixth lowest rate of annual celebrations and events per capita.
Hey, we got that one.
We nailed it.
9, Tallahassee, Florida.
Oh, see, you were trying to move it. Move it more boring. All right, shoot.
There are 0 award-winning restaurants in Tallahassee. And it ranks in the bottom 5 in the number of sports teams available to watch, and the bottom 15 in terms of both concert venues and must-see attractions per capita.
We should have used the anecdotal evidence
But
that we had.
there's 0 award-winning restaurants, and it only gets worse from here.
At number 8, we have Columbus, Ohio.
Okay, hey, that's where...
No, Rhett, we're going this way.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong side. Yeah, I told you just moved Columbus up, and I said Columbus had good restaurants.
Well, apparently,
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about the restaurants. It's not terrible. It says it's among the 20 lowest scoring cities in terms of amusement places and must-see attractions per capita, and the 14th lowest rate of nightclubs per capita.
Okay.
Then we have at number 7, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. OKC has some of the worst parks in the country. And it also suffers from a dearth of hiking trails.
dearth of hiking.
It has the third lowest rate of international tourists per capita. And more than half of all restaurants in Oklahoma City are chain restaurants.
Oof. Ouch.
Ouchie. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie.
Then we have at number 6, San Antonio, Texas, which has some top-tier tourist attractions. But why is it ranked low? It's the bottom 10 for every single data point relating to nightlife and celebrations.
Go to bed early.
Okay, got it.
Okay. At number 5, Memphis, Tennessee.
What?
I know.
Yeah, boy, you thought that was a decoy.
What are y'all doing with Memphis?
Fewest hiking trails per capita. Walkability scores that rank among the 20 lowest. 12th fewest number of annual events and celebrations relative to population size. At number 4, Sioux Falls.
it's a tourist attraction.
It doesn't make any sense.
Sioux Falls is number 4.
Sioux Falls and Memphis being so close together. It has multiple restaurants that have been recognized by the James Beard Foundation. But it has the highest percentage of eateries that are chain restaurants of any city in the country, 58%.
Oh, wow.
And
They like their chains.
Tied for 4th fewest sports teams, 4th lowest number of must-do attractions. Okay.
Yep.
3, Corpus Christi, Texas.
Okay.
There it is. Man.
Corpus Christi has no award-winning restaurants. Bottom 15 when it comes to the number of sports teams. Bottom 10 in terms of must-do attractions. At number 2.
Oh, no, okay, but before you tell us this, so this means that one of these 3 is our decoy. Let's guess. I think we may have been wrong about Boise, and I think Boise might be awesome.
Because it has trees in the photo?
It's Idaho. I think there's lots of cool stuff to do in Boise.
Okay.
I think Boise, I want to say Jacksonville because that makes more sense. But I just feel like maybe Jacksonville is just way more boring than we realize.
Okay. What's number 2?
At number 2, Wichita, Kansas.
Oh, crap. Oh, crap. What's number 1, Link?
More than 50% are chain restaurants.
That wasn't bad. We were very close to that.
Bottom 5 in the country in terms of international visitors per capita.
Okay, which one? Okay.
And at number 1.
Really, which one do you think it's going to be?
You're telling me one of our top...
Yeah, is a decoy and one is number 1. Jacksonville, Florida, or Boise, Idaho? I just feel so lost right now.
I mean, we have a friend who tells us crap about it. Boise is the decoy.
Jacksonville is the worst.
The most boring city is Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah!
And
Our friends moved from there.
Lower
No, not
instances
Jacksonville.
of things
Tallahassee.
like
Oh,
nightclubs.
Where's Tallahassee?
Yeah.
Oh, way down here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Third lowest rate of
Jacksonville.
nightclubs. Fourth lowest rate of concert venues. 54% of all restaurants are chains. So that means Boise is the decoy.
Yeah. Do you
We
have
love you,
any,
Boise.
any information about
Sorry.
Boise? Where it was on
Boise
the
wasn't
list?
even in the top 20.
Wow.
So
Good work, Boise.
Yeah, we need to visit
Keep
you,
it up,
Boise.
not being boring.
Watch the full recording of Good Mythical Evening sloshed in space on demand at goodmythicalevening.com. And don't forget to grab a limited edition tee while you're there.